watch is like a brake light, and you can get it right on your gravesite. So tell me something I don't know. $50 pizza when I'm eating in Soho. I heard that you in love with the stuff in your hate me, they hate me. What should I do? Keep getting money. It's funny, I was just like you. Super Bowl Sunday with the facts. Security guard told Kevin Hart to relax. Oh! Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop whole game in the chokehold. Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop whole game in the chokehold. I reinvented myself, they sorta hated it. I reinvented myself and upgraded it. Traded in the Jews, copped a couple new ones. Lost a couple friends and got a couple new ones. Upstairs and downstairs, the balcony. These oceanside views, the alchemy. Ain't nothing crazy like the city in the summertime. So when it's winter, I still be on my summer grind. Handle your business, handle your business. Loyal and honor, don't break the bro codes. The more red rose, max with the rose gold. Whoever counted me out, they can't count. Oh! Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop whole game in the chokehold. Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop whole game in the chokehold. They call a podcast Poppy. Kinkos, I see they tryna copy. Diamonds in the chains, bust down wrists. And you ain't never seen no like this. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop whole game in the chokehold. Chillax, 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 chillax. Chillax, 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 chillax. Chillax, 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 chillax. Chillax, 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 chillax. Relax, 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 relax. Oh, relax, 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 relax. Oh, relax, 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 relax. Oh, relax, 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 relax.
Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden 19 on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a terrific matchup on tap between the Baltimore...
All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Baltimore Ravens and the Jacksonville Jaguars. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a 3rd and about 9 to go.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
From the gun, Jackson. He finds Crabtree for the completion. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Let's go. 3-19.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A gain of 32 that time.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on him. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
Play action. It's Jackson. And his pass incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Jackson now on 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that could be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
The numbers for him from a week ago. 22 carries, 67 yards.
And we all know he had a big workload last week, so I'm eager to see if they decide to back him off a little bit. Personally, and
they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Can this defense get the stop on the opening drive? Here's 3rd and goal.
Here we go.
Now Jackson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. A.J. Fourier with a pick. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. He was looking for Crabtree that time. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Detroit! Detroit! Hurry up, here we go. Green 39! Green 39! Detroit! Detroit! Detroit!
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And this one complete to Will Fuller. Touchdown, Jaguars! Will Fuller with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Jags have taken the early lead. And I think it's safe to say we won't call many touchdown passes longer than that this year, partner.
No, I would agree with that totally. And right now, you're looking at an offensive coordinator. Conservative would not go next to his name. Risk taker, definitely, because he valued the opportunity to create a big play against what could have been disaster if they end up getting sacked or fumbling the ball in the shadow of their own goal line.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think? Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
They go play action now. Jackson. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DM.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. And the trick play doesn't work. Good reaction there defensively, and it'll be fourth down. Now Benjamin. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. They'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That goes for a gain of 31. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find them.
Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. 9 yards is the pick up there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
Well, after getting the ball in prime position to score after a fumble recovery, you think you're in a great spot. But the defense on the field is saying not so fast, and they've held firm on the first 2 plays.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to...
And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Ty Montgomery, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. The return man here, T.J. Jones. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now here come the Ravens. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Holding offense.
So on the big tight end,
Still second down.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Throwing is Jackson. Wide open receiver, complete. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 45 yards.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on second down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good.
Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Ravens have cut it to within a score. It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive. 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves him from the It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Jaguars. Will Fuller with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Yeah, he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Now Jones. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. This Ravens offense heads back out there, led by Lamar Jackson. A lot of the problems have been on the other side of the ball. Is that frustrating for a quarterback who's been playing well?
It is, but there's no way that the best ones let their teammates know that. They actually take it upon themselves and say, okay, I have to do even more, or I need to play better. Maybe even say, I put my defense in a bad spot. That's what true leadership shows you.
Yeah, well, he doesn't need to change much personally. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long.
Here we go now. Blue line it.
From the gun, it's Jackson. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. And they'll go with a ground attack here. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
On second down, here's Jackson. Working left side, Andrews with it complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
All right, here we go. 3-19!
Jackson on first down. And he's got his man on the out route. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
All right, here we go. 3-19!
Now Jackson on second down. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. The Ravens on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
All right, here we go. Green 39!
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hayden Hurst, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens draw a bit closer.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And let's shift our attention to Will Fuller. For him, what an accomplishment in this game, surpassing the 2,000-yard mark. And all the time we talk about these guys out wide like him that are so athletic and can do so many things. But take us a little deeper. How has he done it this year?
Well, you helped with this, because when we sat down with him before the game and discussed his season, and you said to him, okay, I have a vision that you, similar to a pitcher, change up a lot of things, right? Different arm angles, different slots that a pitcher would do. You do that with your route running and all that. And I loved his response. He said, yeah, I do that, but one of his best friends is a world record.
And this is going to be intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it, and his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. And with time running short here, they'll simply... And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. So we hit the halftime break here in Jacksonville with the Jags on top. This one taken from the 7. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A gain of 32 that time. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Will Fuller, his 25th touchdown, tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now a carry here for Orleans Darkwa. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. On 2nd down, Jackson. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big play that time for the Ravens. 48 yards.
So what's the old expression that quarterbacks like to use when they decide to throw the football? I'm looking for either a touchdown or a check down. And he took the check down on that play, and it worked almost to perfection.
And they'll go on the ground. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. But it looked like a Raven was able to get in there, and they will indeed keep the possession.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Over the middle, it's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down. Football a second time. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. 30, 20, 10, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A big play there. 81 yards. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. and reading your keys. You always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? They sprang the big one.
Able to dump it over the top to him. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
To throw on second down, Jackson. And he will find his man on the outside. A good pickup there at 22. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. Back now in Jacksonville. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Here we go now.
Jackson now off the bootleg. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That'll put him at 95 receiving yards now as he's got a first down. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have been fooled.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. So stuffed from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
He'll get it up the middle. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Now they'll run it on the toss. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th.
Let's go. Green, 39. Green.
They'll run with Darkwan. And he's not going to get there. They tackle him at the 2. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And the Jaguars are able to come up with a goal line stand. So they'll trudge off the field with a bitter taste in their mouths after that failed 4th down conversion.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of analysis there on the sidelines. Was it the right call? Was it against the right defense? Should they have even gone for it at all? Will that change what they do going forward in this game? A lot of questions to be answered by them. The defense doesn't really care. They're like, bring it on again. We'll stop you the next time, too.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And they're waving pressure too much. Down he goes. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Time for a break. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. In for the score. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone can stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Now Jones. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what do you want to call? He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there, a 22. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Wide open receiver, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. He got 29 yards that time. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the...
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. T.J. Jones, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens get a bit closer.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. He leaps over him. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game.
Will Fuller, nobody there to stop him. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head. But
that's
the virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. They're on to the fourth quarter now, by the way, at Bank of America Stadium in Carolina. The Broncos, they're just pouring it on in that one. Case Keenum, 2 touchdown passes in the W. Now Jackson on first down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as he'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
On first and 10, it's Jackson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Now in desperation, and it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. This spot in the fourth quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Flush to his right. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, but it looked like a Jaguar was able to cover this thing, and so Jacksonville